Today's lesson's on chipping, and I'm going to show you one of the best ways that I've found to improve your chipping. What we want to do with these chip shots is to neutralize the bounce. So I've leaned the shaft forward just a little bit so that the leading edge and the trailing edge, being the bounce, are at the same level. I don't want to lean too far forward, and this is what happens to a lot of golfers when they hear that they've got to hit down on their chip shots, because that makes the leading edge lower than the back edge. Now I've only got to hit a fraction behind the ball. That club's going to dig in. I'm going to hit one of those horrible shots that doesn't go anywhere at all. One of the things that we see a lot of with golfers is we see them trying to scoop the ball up into the air. They don't recognise that they've already got loft built into their club, so they're trying to scoop the ball up into the air with their wrists. That causes top shots, it causes them to move behind the ball, hit behind it, all different sorts of things. Now, this club is my favourite practice club, and it's called a chipstick. So I've just grabbed an old wedge out of the bargain barrel, chopped the end of the grip off, got a broken shaft and stuck it in the end with a little bit of rubber on the end, which is the bottom part of another old grip. So the problem with most chipping is that people relate it as a part of the full swing family. So they've got legs and knees and hips and things moving all over the place, when really it's related to the putting family. It's just an extension of putting. So the chipstick is, I'm going to set up, I'm going to neutralise the bounce by just having the right amount of shaft lean. I'm going to take a stance about hip width apart, and I've got the extension of the chipstick resting against the left side of my body. Now I'm going to have a few practice swings now, and what I want to try and time is, as I make contact with the ball, the shaft is touching the side of my body again, which means that my setup position and my impact position are going to be the same. Now if I was going to try and scoop that ball up into the air, this is going to whack into the side of my body, and that's going to give me instant feedback that I'm using the wrong technique. Or if I get too much shaft lean when I hit the ball, leading edge digs in, this is out here, it doesn't contact the side of my body. So I actually do want it to contact the side of my body right at impact. So a little bit of weight on the left side, shaft just touching, that neutralises the bounce, and then I'm just going to take the club back and through, and I make nice solid contact every single time, because my setup and my impact position are the same, and if they're the same and nothing's moving that doesn't need to move, in particular your head has to stay very steady on these shots, I'm going to make nice solid contact. Then you want to alternate. Once I've got the feel of that, I then move over, I grab my normal chipping club, in this case it's a pitching wedge, and I'll have a practice swing or two. I've got the same feeling, I'm imagining I've still got the chipstick there, I'm doing everything exactly the same, and I'm able to reproduce that same feel that I did with the chipstick. So this is a great way to improve your technique. It's simple. Remember the two golden rules: setup is impact. If it doesn't need to move, don't move it. Make solid contact, and then you can focus on the art of chipping, which is all about the target.